Good afternoon. Thank you so very much for staying until the end of the session. Yes, in fact, I met Ayende online. He has read some of the posting that I made, and I have read some of the posting that he made. I wrote an article on financing the Cameroon mineral sector, and he approached me directly. I had no idea he was from Cameroon, and I made sure that I didn't disclose where I was from. And some of the idea that he put forward, I realized how interesting he was. And I told myself, if this guy's not a Cameroonian, I'm going to make him one. Of course, there are many ways to do so. And eventually this is the product. But our goal actually is not just to write reports on Cameroon, but it's mostly to write reports on Central African countries, especially French-speaking countries. Why? We don't have any intelligence out there on the French-speaking countries, on the wealth of the French-speaking countries. If you look at Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, there's so much research available out there. And that is the reason why they're attracting a lot of the funding we have. And when you look at the crisis of the financial market that happened recently, a lot of private equity companies pack up from America to go towards emerging markets. Why can't we attract those companies? If we don't have reports like that, or if we don't have people committed to leveraging Cameroon, it's not going to happen. Again, we are not going to depend on the government to do things that we can do. And that's part of the reason why we're here tonight. Okay, I'm going to talk very briefly about some of the minerals, and then I'll move towards the financial part. And I would very much like to have the ladies involved. Okay, I have a question for the ladies. There's a mineral which is in existence abundantly in Cameroon, and that mineral has a world total production of 34,000 tons. We like that mineral a lot, especially when given by our men counterpart. What is that? Okay. You know, we can't have diamond all the time. Guys are cheap. What's the next guest after diamond? Oops. Yeah, gold.
But we buy it ourselves.
So guys are? Okay, gold. So I'm going to talk briefly about gold. Alright, I'm going to talk briefly about the usage of gold. Oh guys, by the way, 78% of the global demand of gold is for jewelry. So you can't escape. Okay. I'm going to talk briefly about the usage of gold. Financial gold. As you know, every central bank in the world has reserve requirements. And some of the reserve is in the form of gold deposit. In America, for instance, the percentage is about 39 to 40%, and the remaining 60% in other financial instruments. That is to say that gold will always be valuable. If you have been looking at the news recently, yesterday alone, I was looking at the price of gold at the commodity stock exchange. Yesterday alone, gold jumped $14 in one day for the ounce. It's now at the highest record. It jumped $14. For the month of July alone, it jumped $27. So, and we have that gold. Those are some of the other usage of gold. But an interesting usage of gold is in medical. I'm sure many of us ladies have seen men with that appear to be very interesting, but when they open their mouth and smiling and you see the gold teeth, we're like, no. But it's not only in dentistry that gold is used. It's not only in dentistry that gold is used. I was pretty surprised when I was doing the research when I found out that gold can actually be injected. I have a doctor here. Gold can actually be injected to relieve pain of those suffering from tuberculosis and rheumatoid arthritis. Isn't that something? So no matter what, we use gold. Okay? Those are the areas in yellow where we find gold. Gold is highly represented towards Central African Republic. We have high deposits. So far, we have up to 52 tons. It has been identified up to 52 tons of gold in Cameroon. And today's market is estimated to be way above $3 billion. Again, I want to say this. It has been identified 52 billion tons. My guess is there's probably 3 times, 4 times that amount. In order for us to get to that number, there's a lot of resources that went into the mining operation, while the digging and the intelligence behind it. Okay. Here is a graph of the demand versus the supply of gold. This was done from 2006 to 2007, and we have a residual shortage of supply in 2006 of 64 ton, in 2007 of 219 ton. Currently, the shortage is 4 times that amount. Many of you have probably been watching the TV, the debate or the situation going on right now with respect to the U.S. debt. The longer this prolongs, the higher the price of gold is going to go. Because gold is a great instrument to have in times of uncertainty. Okay, this is the official gold holding in the world. You see, America here is the leader with the highest 8,000 ton. China, if you look at the month of the year of 2011, China increased its deposit requirement of gold by up to 76%. Since this statistic was taken, this figure has increased tremendously. I was approached by a Chinese company looking to mine gold in Africa, and trust me, they're very aggressive. Why? My guess is, as you know, China is the biggest holder of U.S. treasuries. My guess is they probably want to diversify from having so much reserved in treasury. They're trying to build up their stock in gold. So gold is not going nowhere. You know, we're still going to have a great demand for gold. Okay, this is just echoing what I just said about gold. This is also about the jewelry fabrication demand by region. Gold is the one commodity that is used in every single country in the world.